Laschelle. How are you, beautiful?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So, for those of you who don't know, Ashley Laschelle has such a beautiful and a positive spirit, and it comes out through her music, through her art. How do you manage to have so much positivity and such a good spirit through music in such a cold, cruel world?
Oh, it's hard, but it's definitely needed, and that's what keeps me going. Because I remember when I was younger, I looked up to a lot of artists and a lot of musicians that this generation behind me no longer has that type of outlet, and it's kind of sad. So I wanted to give what was given to me at that age.
That's great. That's great. So in 2007, you graduated from Columbia College.
Yes, I am.
With a BA in vocal jazz performance.
Correct.
Okay, so what has being an independent artist taught you that a classroom couldn't?
Classroom didn't teach you that you're gonna fall a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
And being an independent artist, you're going to be backing yourself as far as selling music and uploading music and making sure your venues, all the back work. Like, we weren't shown that in Columbia. Like, you're going to be spending a lot of money if you really believe in your career and if you really are dedicated to it. Like, I got taught the technical stuff, like the singing and the posture and stage presence, but as far as like the nitty gritty, I didn't learn that until I graduated. So it was definitely a harsh reality, but I think I'm doing well.
I think you are. So behind every great woman, she has a team that pushes her to do her best. They keep her going even when she wants to give up, and they even, they support her in more ways than one. So tell me, how does your team come together?
Well, I'm backed by Reflective Music. Shout out to the Evidence Andre. They were part of Columbia as well, but they graduated a little bit further behind me. Andre plays drums, so he was in a band called Miracle Fusion, and I auditioned to be one of the background vocalists, and that's how me and him became friends and stayed in touch. And then I found out he had a music business degree, and he's an executive producer on the Introduction, which is one of my albums, EPs rather, and we just stayed in touch because like we gel really well. KTF Music, another a Columbia alumni. We also work together at one of Home Spirit of Chicago, so that's how we're all just tied together. They're all positive, grind, and they understand how to be hungry and humble. So that's a team.
Dope. That's dope. Shout out to her team. A young girl wants to be a singer, and she wants to basically do what you do. What advice would you give her for image and branding in such an industry that that over-sexualizes the woman? How do you make a female feel comfortable and feel confident? And you don't have to be naked, you don't have to have provocative lyrics. It's okay to be yourself. Like, what sort of advice would you give?
Self-love and self-worth. Know your self-worth. There are many that want you to sell your body and then throw you away. Basically, not to be so cool. That's the industry,
right?
But just have some class. Leave something to the imagination. There are people that still respect that. And when you're talented, your talent will speak for yourself. Your clothes or what you wear won't have to be shown. If you're really talented and really goal driven, then that will speak volumes.
So you have a current album that is coming out very soon.
Very soon.
And you are doing a fundraising project.
I am.
Can you give us details on that?
Sure. It's off the Indiegogo fundraiser. It's called Letting Go, which is the album's title, called Letting Go. And I have 2 weeks left. And we're trying to reach 3,500, which will help with the mixing and the mastering. I'm for real.
You have to back it. If you really care about your career, you have to back it.
It comes out
with
your
money.
Pocket. Yeah, it comes out your pocket.
3,500, believe it or not, that's a small budget compared to major, projects and people who are actually, signed to major labels and whatnot.
I waited until the post-production, so like all the songs are basically done and recorded. Basically, this is the mixing and mastering that needs to be funded. And the album release party. Like, I didn't have an album release party for the EP.
Right.
And I want an album release party. I think everyone will enjoy that. And I've been told I have to have one. So,
yes,
so that costs. So yes, it's on Indiegogo. It's called Letting Go. And just look up Letting Go, Ashley Laschelle, you'll see it. Any increments from $1 on up is greatly appreciated. A lot of people are so embarrassed by it, they don't have much. It's okay. It's definitely okay. A little bit goes a long way. And we have a lot of good perks on there as well. So I'm not going to give too much away. So you gotta go on Indiegogo and see it.
So you mentioned quite a few times your EP that you released in 2011, the introduction. So how is what's so great, what's so different, how has Letting Go, the album, showed your growth?
I'm grown now, and the introduction was basically to show, hey, I have a voice. It was a great, solid EP, but I didn't get to produce on it. I didn't get to write. I really didn't have much of a say. On this one, I've written, I've co-produced, I'm one of the executive producers on there, on Letting Go. So it's basically my life story on this one. This is from pain, this is being vulnerable, this is being very open, and this is the most transparent that I've ever been in public ever. So it's scary, but it's definitely needed as far as growth, and I know that a lot of young women can relate to this album. So that's definitely a big, big thing for me as far as, an album.
Who are some of the features on the album?
I have TG,
Okay.
who's an underground rapper here.
Okay.
I have B-Sign. I have Miss Notra,
Yes.
who's a beautiful vocalist here in
Beautiful
Chicago.
vocalist, beautiful person.
Absolutely, absolutely, that's my girl. And I also have Sarah Marie Young. She's also an independent artist here in Chicago who's making a great name for herself. I have some very, very solid features.
So as a singer in Chicago that's oversaturated with rappers and whatnot, what has been some of the something so bogus that has just like really just made you go like, really? A situation that has happened in your singing career, but describe that, and then describe like how it has made you a better person, how you've grown from it.
I also sing backup. So I sing backup for a blues band called Pat's Valley Band. And I'm the youngest, but I was talked down to at one of the venues about like my voice and how young I am, and I was 24 at the time, a little bit older, but it definitely encouraged me, honestly, because it kind of knocked me down. It kind of knocked down my self-esteem, but it also made me want to fight harder so people would know who I was, and it actually just helped me take lessons. It helped me build up my character, and they will eat you alive if you let them.
Right.
So it definitely was a wake-up call, like, hey, I need to be a little bit tougher, grow a little tougher skin. So I just used it to my advantage and came back and showed them what I was made of. So
She showed y'all. Any shout outs?
shout out to again KTF Reflective. Shout out to everyone who has been backing me. I appreciate you guys so much. I know I haven't been on Twitter a lot or social medias. I'm definitely working on finishing up the album. So I'm just working. And that's about it. I can't wait for you guys to hear everything.
How can they get into with like your old music, your music videos, Ashley Laschelle?
AshleyLaschelle.com. I have a website where you have the links to all my upcoming events. My music videos on there. I'm shooting a new video for This Feeling, which is the newest single. So that's going to be on there, and also the links to the introduction, which is now free. It's on Bandcamp.
Hey,
so
free music. Everybody likes it. So Ashley, I have a gift for you. So everybody knows that if you are a frequenter of the site, when I showcase the music, I say you've been crowned. Everybody knows this phrase. If you don't, go log on. What are you doing? So my lovely graphic designer, Shantae, she designed You've Been Crowned buttons.
Oh, snap.
And it happens to be in Ashley's favorite colors.
Purple.
So Ashley Laschelle.
We lost the crowd.
Sorry. Ashley Laschelle, You've Been Crowned. everyone who supports me, Team Kween K. I love you all. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Team Kween K. Shout out to Block Club DJs. Shout out to Red Bull for sponsoring.
Thank you.
I'm gonna taste this drink, and this one is really good. It tastes like grape lime pop. But shout out to Red Bull. Like I said, visit the blog allhailtoqueen.com.